Drake has always been recognized for his ability to blend geographical, musical, and cultural boundaries. From his early days incorporating Caribbean beats into Toronto slang to dominating American rap charts with R&B-infused melodies, he has consistently acted as a musical ambassador. However, on a chilly night in London during the European leg of his latest tour, the Sixth God did something unexpected. He drew a definitive line. And then he crossed it. By the way, welcome to Celebrity Hip Hop Showroom, where hip hop and celebrity drama never sleep, so hit that subscribe button so you never miss the mess. Let's get into it. Under the bright lights of the O2 Arena, with the Union Jack flying high above thousands of enthusiastic fans, Drake boldly stated something that resonated across the Atlantic. London rappers, he declared, pausing as if to ensure he was clear, are the best lyricists in the world. Period. The audience erupted, but he wasn't finished. No disrespect to America, but no one in the world can out-rap London rappers. This is the highest level. This is what I aspire to be. In that moment, years of unspoken rivalry, cultural conflicts, and lyrical exchanges were turned upside down. Drake, one of the most commercially successful artists in America, who grew up in Toronto but was shaped by the US music industry, had just proclaimed that the UK holds the lyrical title. It was a bold and controversial statement, and for many, it was long overdue. This was not just a casual compliment or an artist trying to win over a foreign audience for applause. It was a moment of respect and acknowledgement, a passing of the torch, not just from one city to another, but from one era to the next. To grasp the significance of Drake's words, one must understand the context behind them. For years, UK rap was often viewed by many in the US as a niche genre. Styles like grime, drill, and garage were frequently mocked, misunderstood, or overlooked by American hip-hop gatekeepers. UK accents were ridiculed, slang was dismissed, and despite the immense talent emerging from cities like London, Birmingham, and Manchester, few British rappers made it onto American playlists or headlines. However, the dynamics began to change. Artists such as Giggs, Skepta, Dave, Little Sims, and Stormzy emerged, first gaining recognition in their home country and gradually making waves internationally. They weren't imitating American rappers or following trends. Instead, they were creating something unique, deeply rooted in British culture yet resonating globally. And Drake? He took notice. For years, he has been collaborating with UK artists, long before it became trendy. In 2017, he surprised Coachella by featuring Giggs. That same year, he joined in on KMT, capturing not just the sound but the essence of the UK scene. He worked with Skepta, Acknowledge Section Boys, and even dedicated an entire episode of OVO Sound Radio to UK grime. Yet he had never expressed it quite like this. That night in London marked a turning point. Drake stood before a packed UK audience and not only praised them but also uplifted them. He declared them the benchmark, something he aspired to. For an artist who has dominated global charts for over a decade, that level of humility carried significant weight. The response was swift. Rappers across London, who had long sought recognition as equals, if not superior, felt validated. Dave shared a cryptic quote that night, "They know now." Stormzy tweeted a simple respect. Giggs posted an Instagram story with a crown emoji and no caption. But it wasn't just the artists who reacted. Fans throughout the UK felt a long overdue acknowledgement. Online forums erupted. Playlists were rearranged. Suddenly, discussions across the internet centered on one question. Was Drake correct? Is London truly home to the world's finest lyricists? For some, the answer has always been affirmative. Take Dave, whose wordplay and storytelling in tracks like Heart Attack, or Leslie, rival anything from Brooklyn or Compton. Or Little Sims, who combines introspection with sharp lyrics reminiscent of Lauryn Hill at her best. Or Kano, a pivotal figure in grime, whose rhythms and cultural insights are both poetic and impactful. Even the UK drill scene, previously dismissed as too raw or localized, has produced artists with exceptional lyrical skills. Central C's clever punchlines, Unknown T's flows, and Potter Paper's technical prowess demonstrate that they are not merely hype men with accents. They are true craftsmen. Perhaps that's the essence of what Drake was trying to convey. It's not solely about the speed of lyrics, intricate rhyme patterns, or the number of metaphors crammed into a verse. It's about being genuine. It's about illustrating a reality that often goes unnoticed, using a voice that is distinctly your own. And the UK has that in abundance. However, not everyone was on board. In the US, Twitter erupted with criticism. Some fans felt let down, while others accused Drake of forgetting his origins. How can you say that when your entire sound is rooted in Houston, Atlanta, and the West Coast? One user tweeted. Another remarked, Drake just lost his green card. London rappers can't compete with Nas, Cole, or Kendrick. But this defensiveness might be missing the bigger picture. Drake wasn't attempting to diminish American rap or disrespect the culture that shaped him. He was acknowledging the talent in a scene that has often been overlooked. More importantly, he was expressing that even at the height of his career, he still sees potential for growth. This is what I aspire to be, he stated. Not, this is where I come from. Aspiration suggests humility and admiration. For an artist of Drake's stature to still look up to someone, or something, is quite rare. That's what made the moment so impactful. In a genre often characterized by ego and bravado, Drake opted for respect and honesty. In doing so, he opened a door that had been closed for too long. In the days following his performance, YouTube searches for UK rappers surged in the US, and Spotify reported a 14% increase in streams for grime and UK drill artists. Blogs began revisiting albums from artists like Ocean Wisdom, Avellino, and Getz, projects that had previously gone unnoticed by many outside the UK. Drake had done more than just commend a city. He had illuminated a global movement. While some may accuse him of simply jumping on trends, history tells a different story. Drake has always been attuned to the evolving landscape. He doesn't merely follow trends, he often legitimizes them for a broader audience. If he claims that London is home to the world's top lyricists, then the world is now taking notice. Of course, this doesn't mean the discussion is settled. Hip-hop is inherently competitive. Every city vies for recognition, and every region believes it is the birthplace of greatness. But what Drake accomplished that night was to remind everyone that greatness isn't confined to one coast. Lyrical brilliance can emerge from Brixton just as easily as it can from Brooklyn. Powerful lyrics don't require an American accent to resonate. And perhaps that's the future of rap. A global dialogue where regional pride persists but doesn't hinder acknowledgement. A space where artists like Dave, Kendrick, J. Cole, and Little Sims can be seen as equals, not divided by oceans, but united by their craft. As the night came to a close, with the lights fading and the audience clamoring for more, it was evident that a change had taken place. Drake had moved beyond just putting on a show. He was sharing the spotlight, both in spirit and perhaps in reality. If you paid attention, amidst the music, the applause, and the chorus of thousands chanting London Stand Up, you could sense the beginning of a fresh era in hip-hop. An era where limits are less significant, and the quality of the lyrics is paramount. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this situation, so please share your opinions in the comments. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated on this story.